Very good morning, friends. So, this is going to be a new startup, and we are going to understand the complete Rig Veda. Okay, this is going to be fun, but yet a lot of patience is going to be there. Should be there, because until and unless you got patience, this thing will never end. And I would also like to say that there are few things which I would personally not teach over here in video, but when anybody registers to understand the complete Shashtras or the complete Vedic and is taking regular classes with me, I am going to explain each and every hands, but most of it would be explained over here. Few I would eliminate because of the complexity, because there are few things I need to explain on practical basis which I can't explain on the video. But apart from that, I would say many of the hidden mysteries are going to unveil over here. And I am sure that nobody yet had or has deciphered the Rig Veda like this. So, starting this journey, I'll start with the English transliteration. After the English transliteration, I will explain the commentary on what actually it is trying to say. Okay. So, see, when the Rig Veda is starting, there are hymns dedicated to different devas. Okay, and lords. So the first hymn, I would like to speak it out loud in English. Okay, how Sanskrit, deciphering Sanskrit and how it is came out from Sanskrit, everything I will explain somewhat over here, somewhat in my personal classes. Okay, but let's just get into the first hymn. I, Lord Agni, the chosen priest, God, minister of sacrifice, the Hota, lavishest of wealth, worthy is Agni to be praised by living as by ancient seas. He shall bring hitherward the gods. Though Agni, main of nith wealth, yea, plenty waxing day by day, most rich in heroes, glorious. Agni, the perfect sacrifice which thou encompassed about, verily goeth to the gods. May Agni, sapient-minded priest, truthful, most gloriously great, the God come hither with the gods. Whatever blessing, Agni, thou wilt grant unto thy worshipper, that Angiras is indeed thy truth. To thee, dispeller of the night, O Agni, day by day, with prayer, bringing deliverance we come. Ruler of sacrifices, God of law eternal, radiant one, increasing in thine own abode, be to us easy to approach, even as a father to his son, Agni, be with us for our weal. Okay. So, kai nahi samjha mane khabar. But this is what the first hymn is. I read out the hymn. Just to show you that the whole session is based on just this hymn. Whatever I am going to teach over here is deciphered out of Sanskrit meaning from this hymn only. I don't know, maybe I spoke just for like 1 minute, but this 1 minute hymn of, I guess, just 9 sentences. We are going to talk about these 9 sentences for around 2 hours. Okay. And you would enjoy it in what detail I am going to take you. Okay. So let's start the session. Okay. I need deep thinkers and deep divers. If you can't think deep, if you can't go and dive deep, there is going to be a bit of problem. Okay. For time being, I am just making slides of my presentation and the complete Veda, which is going to take me a lot of time. But slowly and steadily, as soon as I make different slides and cover up one book or half a book or say a few topics, I might start a whole new presentation based video and podcast. Till that, I will just explain you from my own notes. Okay. So what was the first hymn about? Okay, slowly and steadily from the first hymn I am going to explain, and we are going to go forward about what all this thing is about. Okay, first of all, just remember the hymn name is okay, the hymn name is Agni. Who is speaking is Agni. Agni is speaking. Okay, so everything we are discussing over here is we are discussing about Agni, the fire. Okay, I hope everything is fine. Okay, shall I zoom in a bit more? Yes. Okay. So let's understand a simple thing. Everyone who is starting a journey of spirituality based on our scriptures, what are the first thing you should understand? Okay. The first thing you should understand is Agni. Agni is given the first place. Doesn't mean Agni is the most important one. Agni is something which is going to help you destroy your evils. That is why we lighted diya, a lamp. Okay. So do you think that fire? See, many people are like, fire element Agni. Agni is the first one in Rig Veda. Fire is the first one. No. Fire is the first one. Vishnu is the 21st god mentioned in the Rig Veda. So do you say that Vishnu is 21st and Agni is the first one? So primarily when you go into spiritualism, when you are willing to go into the higher lokas, what you first need to do is to clean yourself. So whenever we shift to a new home, what we do? We clean the home, we clean the environment. So Agni has two things, that is fire and warmth, purity and energy. Okay. But we will start from the basic few things that are mentioned in the hymn, or we say let's understand the first circle we need to understand. Okay. So the first circle we need to understand is simple. Arpan, Arpana, Tarpana, Darpana and Samarpana. Okay, so basically first we have to understand this basic cycle of Arpan, Tarpan, Darpan and Samarpan. We have to start from Arpan, then we have to go to Darpan. Now what helps in Darpan is the Darpan, and what we do after Darpan is Samarpan. So anyone who says that they are on the edge of Samarpan, okay, they have devoted themselves to God, they have devoted I am the Swami, I am the Tyagi, I am the Sannyasi. Okay, if the person doesn't know what is Arpan, Tarpan and Darpan, It is the worthless samarpan. To understand samarpan, you need to understand everything about arpan, tarpan and tarpan. Now, what are these three things? Okay, what are these three things? So let's go into one of these things one by one. Okay, let's start from arpan. Arpan is giving. Okay, so I will try to write here giving. What are we talking about? We are talking about giving. Okay, I must use a different pen, otherwise people will be confused a lot. When too much of a flow chart is coming up. Okay. Let's say giving. So what is arpan? Arpan is giving. From giving, the art of giving is called yagna. The true translation of yagna is sacrifice. Okay, I will write the translation in the blue pen. Okay, sacrifice. Okay, yagna is to sacrifice. So what basically is the essence of yagna is sacrificing your energy into the homa of fire. When you do a yagna, the pandit or a muni is supposed to give the energy of the person or people participating in the yagna into the fire so that the fire could release and spread that energy. So the basic essence and the meaning of yagna is sacrifice. So what is the best type of arpan? What is the best type of giving? When you are talking about giving, okay, the best type of giving is to sacrifice. See, there are a lot different types of giving. I give you, you give me back, that is a barter. I give you and I expect, that is a type 2. I give you, I don't expect, type 3. I give you, but I can't, type 4. So there are many different types of giving, but the best type of giving is yagna, which is sacrifice. Sacrificing is a kind of giving. Although I didn't give something to my, for example, let's take an example. I didn't give something to my, let's take an example. I have a brother. My brother is 5 years younger than me, and I had a chocolate. My brother had a chocolate, but then I didn't eat my chocolate, and I let my brother eat my chocolate. So I didn't give, but I sacrificed my thing. So it is a kind of giving. So the best way or the best giving, the best arpan is the yagna, that is sacrifice. So when we are talking about giving, the best type of giving is sacrifice. Okay. Now see, there are two aspects of Agni over here. Okay, the two aspects of Agni. I will write it over here because we are going to use these aspects for a long time. For the complete video, we are going to use the aspect. The two aspects of Agni. Okay. Should I write? Okay, let's write over here. Okay, Agni. There are two aspects of Agni. One is fire, another is flame, and both of these are two different things. Fire is to burn, okay, and flame is to give light. Okay, so what does fire, Agni do? Agni also burns and Agni also gives light. So basically there are two essence of Agni. Fire to burn and flame is to give light. Okay, this is the second important note. Okay, so talking about yagna, sacrifice, what do we have to sacrifice? Okay, so we have to sacrifice triguna. Okay, so what do we sacrifice? We sacrifice triguna. I will write over here. Gunas. How many type of gunas are there? 3 types of gunas are there. Okay, 3 gunas. Sattva, Rajas and Tamas. Many people say Sattva is to be applied, Rajas is to be and Tamas is to be left. No. I am coming to it one by one. Okay, so there are 3 gunas. I will not write the name right now. Just understand 3 gunas, or I will just write the initials. Let me write the initials. Okay. It is Sattva, Rajas and Tamas. Okay, these are the 3 gunas. Okay. Now, from these 3 gunas, what you can do is either you can leave the 3 gunas or you can balance them. When you leave the 3 gunas, you are called nirguna. Okay. When you balance all the 3 gunas, you are called Guna Vallabh. That all the 3 gunas are giving you Vallabh in life. Okay. So this Nirguna, the aspect of Nirguna is Shiva. And over here Guna Vallabh is Vishnu. Okay. This is Shiva. So getting my point, this is see, I am going to break many barriers in Hindu mythology and Hindu etymology and Hindu scriptures, because everything in Hindu is explained by Brahmanas or the followers of Vishnu, and few things are explained by the followers of Shiva, and they are internally making disputes. But I am over here someone who is not biased, so I am going to give a unbiased opinion about everything. Okay, so everything is going to be, see, so the first, we are still on the first part, that is giving, arpana. To understand arpana, you need to understand yagna, that is sacrifice. So what you have to sacrifice are the 3 gunas. So either you sacrifice the 3 gunas, that is you leave them, or you balance them. Okay. When you say you are leaving them, which aspect of Agni you are focusing on? Are you focusing on the flame or the fire? You are focusing on the fire because you are burning the gunas. Okay. When you are focusing on the light, you are giving balance to the gunas. Okay. So over here I will again write. This is fire. This is the aspect of fire. This is the aspect of flame. See the distinction of Shiva and Vishnu. Shiva understands is the master of the fire attribute of Agni, whereas Vishnu is the master of the flame aspect of Agni. When we talk about Shiva, the 3 gunas, that is Sattva, Rajas and Tamas, he teaches to leave the 3 gunas. Okay. Whereas Vishnu, Vishnu balances the three gunas. Okay, that is over here. You become Nirguna when you become Shiva. When you become Vishnu, you become Guna Vallabha because you are balancing all the three tattvas. When you are Shiva, you have left all the three tattvas, and both of these things are very different in nature and going to give you a very different outreach. Okay. So let's talk about this Arpan right now. Let's talk about this Arpan till over here, because if we go deep over here, there is still so much more to talk about. See, Vishnu follows Shiv and Shiva follows Vishnu. So what happens is Vishnu teaches the teachings of fire element. That is why Vishnu always focuses in Nirguna. Vishnu is focusing on Nirguna, whereas Shiva is focusing on Guna Vallabha. Okay, that is why Vishnu, Shiva is the god of Vishnu and Vishnu is the god of Shiva. Shiva is the follower of Vishnu, Vishnu is the follower of Shiva. These are the two different attributes of Agni, that is the fire and the flame. Now let's go one step higher. Okay, so this fire is there to purify. And this flame is there to give light or say energy. Okay, the flame of the fire is giving you energy or light, but the fire attribute of Agni is burning and purifying you. Okay, so this is the first thing. Just understand Arpan over here till here. This is the Arpan. So this is Arpan. Now we understand what to do in Arpan. In Arpan we are understanding giving. The best type of giving is sacrifice. Now there are two methods of sacrificing. Two methods of yagnas. The first method is to leave the three gunas. Is to completely leave the three gunas and become a nirguna. Okay. Then you will become a Shiva who is following Vishnu. And you are focusing on the fire attribute of Agni. Okay, that is to burn and purify. The second method is to balance the three gunas. You don't have to leave, but to balance three gunas. In that aspect, you can enjoy all the three gunas equally. That is why you become a Guna Vallabha. Okay, and that is how you are Vishnu. Now Vishnu is the devotee of Shiva, and you are focusing on how to utilize the energy, and you are focusing on the flame aspect of Agni. Okay, see how differently both of these are understanding Agni. Agni is the same thing, you light a fire. Now Shiva watches the fire inside the Agni, but Vishnu watches the light of Agni. So see the different perceptions. Okay, the two methods of Arpana. Okay. Now let's go to Tarpana. Now second part is Tarpana. Now Tarpana is the ritual of Arpana. Ritual of Yagna. Okay. Ritual of sacrifice. Okay, the ritual of sacrifice. Now, how this yagna or sacrifice, that means how this arpan is done, the process of doing sacrifice, the process of doing arpan is called tarpan. Okay, tarpan. Now, the true translation of this tarpan I will write over here as right over here, releasing. Okay, Tarpan is releasing and Arpan is giving. I hope everybody can watch it, yes. And this is a ritual of yagna or sacrifice. Okay, so the ritual of sacrifice is Tarpan. Now see the difference between Arpan and Tarpan. Arpan is giving, whereas Tarpan is releasing. Devu, Mukhu. Getting the difference? Dena or Chodana. Giving and releasing. Now, the best way of giving is the right method of releasing. Okay, get that word. The best way of giving is the right method of releasing. Understand this statement and you are going to do wonders in your life. Okay. Now, what all we have to do Tarpan? We have to do the Tarpan of 5 elements. Okay. Tattva. Now, what things we have to do Tarpan of? We have to do the Tarpan of Tattvas. So, we have 5 elements. Okay. Air, water, earth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sky and fire. Okay. The 5 elements, tattvas. Tattva we call it tattva as elements. Okay. So see, now Tarpan, releasing. You have to release the 5 elements from which you are made up of. Now I am calling it releasing. Why releasing? Because you don't have to give the elements, you don't have to give the tattvas. You have to release the tattvas attached with the gunas and release the gunas attached with the tattva. You have to differentiate between giving and releasing. Arpan and Tarpan. From Arpan, when you master Arpan, after that you can go to Tarpan. Now to master Tarpan, what you have to do is you have to master the 5 elements. Okay, I will write number 5 over here. Because there are 7, 8 elements, but we are talking about primary Panch Tattva over here. Okay, Panch Tattvas, the 5 elements. Okay. Now, this can result into 2 different things. Either the elements are going to consume you, or you are going to offer yourself to the elements. Okay, and it is going to be a vast difference. Okay, so this is going to again give 2 different things. Either they are going to consume you, or you are going to offer yourself. When the elements are going to consume you, you are going to die before you complete your karma. That is called apamrityu. Over here you are upajiva. See the difference? When the elements are consuming you, you are dying before you have conquered your soul. That is apamrityu. Dying before the right time. And the reason of rebirth is always apamrityu. The first reason is always apamrityu. There are many different reasons, but the first reason is always apamrityu. Okay. And if you don't let the tattvas consume you, but if you offer yourself to the tattvas, you are upajiva. What is upajiva? See, apamrityu. Dying before time. Apa and mrityu. Mrityu is death. Apa is before. See the difference. Okay, see apa. This apa is called before. And this mrityu is death. Everyone knows this. Okay, this is death. Dying before death is called apamrityu. And over here, upa is not before. The meaning of upa is above. Okay. And jiva is soul. Or let's say it is life. Soul is jivatma. Life is jiva. Okay. So see, if you want to die before your death, you will let the elements consume you. Okay, and it will give you apamrityu. But if you want to rise above life, you will offer yourself to the tattvas. Okay, and it is a very different thing. You don't let the elements consume you. You will offer yourself to the elements one by one. If you let Agni Tattva consume you, you will get burned. Although you might get purified, but you will get burned. But if you offer yourself to Agni for time being, you will purify yourself from Agni. Then again offer yourself to water element. You will increase your Jiva Tattva, water. Then again offer yourself to earth element, you will get stability because water does not have stability. So then you have to offer yourself to earth element. Okay. After offering yourself to earth element, you offer yourself to sky element. See, offering is totally different because when you offer yourself, you have control. Over here, you have control. Over here, when you consume elements, you don't have control. But the elements have control. See the difference. So in one thing, I will write 1 over here. Or let's write A over here. No, let's not write anything. Okay. This apamrityu is when elements control you, and upajiva is when you control the elements. Okay. Now, how to know? How to know? Sorry. How to know the right way that what you have to offer yourself to the tarpan. Okay. See over here, say air element, water element, earth element, sky element, and fire element. You are not supposed to see every element has something related to it. Okay. This fire element has ego related to it. Pride. The sky element has curiosity related to it. Okay. Earth element has stubbornness, rigidity related to it. Water element, unsteady behavior. Okay. Air element, uncontrollable behavior. Okay. So all these elements are having a defect with a good thing. Okay. There is a good thing, there is a bad thing. So if you let these elements consume you, you will have both the things inside you, good and bad, which is ultimately taking you to the apamrityu, dying before death, dying before completion of your karma, dying before completion of your the soul purpose. Okay, but when you rise above, okay, when you rise above life, you become upajiva. Okay, when you yourself control the elements. You have to control the Vayu Tattva, the Jal Tattva, the Prithvi Tattva, the Akash Tattva, and Agni Tattva. You are controlling the elements. So you are also controlling the defects. You are not getting egoistic. You are not flowing away in your curiosity. You are not being too stubborn and rigid. You are not being too unsteady. And you are not being uncontrollable. Okay. That is why it is important to keep the elements in control. And there is also a difference between keeping the elements in control and binding them. You don't have to be Ravana. Ravana tried to capture the elements, capture the planets. We are not here to capture. We are here to control, administer. Okay. But when you start administering, you are having that illusion that, oh my God, I am the controller. I am controlling. I am not administrating, but I am controlling. So I am the master. And that is why the decline will start. See, it is very easy to step on the stairs, but when you reach 5 steps ahead, okay, and you see down, okay, and you say, okay, oh my God, I am so high. When you say that, oh my God, I am so high, it is that moment you are going too low. The next moment you are going too low. Why? Because till that point, you are an administrator, you are a governor, you are a controller. But when you say, oh my God, I am high, I am the master, at that time, you are a jailer. You are trying to bind. Okay? And you don't have to bind the elements, you don't have to bind the tattvas, you have to control the tattvas, govern and administer. Don't fall into that lunatic mindset that you have to control, you have to bind them. Don't be Ravan. Be smarter than Ravan. Be the Ravan Dashanan was. Don't be Ravan. After Dashanan became Ravan, he did all the blunders. Until and unless he was Dashanan, he was doing the right things. Okay. So this was Tarpana. Now, how do you decide that what is the right Tarpana for air, water, earth, sky or fire? How do you decide? The decision of Tarpana. Okay. The decision of Tarpana comes from Darpana. Now, what is the Darpana? What is Darpana? Darpana. Darpana, the true translation of Darpana is mirror. Arudha. Okay, mirror. Now, Darpana is decision of Darpana. How, what, which, whenever you need to release something, you need to decide before releasing. How do you decide before releasing? You decide when you look in the mirror. This is a very difficult thing. Look in the mirror and face the truth. This is the first step to spirituality. Until and unless you can look at the mirror and face the truth. Okay, this is the truth, this is what I am, this is who I am, this is what I am doing. Nothing is going to change. So when you are at the verge of releasing, when you reach Darpana, when you reach the elemental state, you must have some decision in your mind. When to release which element, how to release which element is to be controlled by how. Okay, that is to be done from mirror. Another word for mirror is image. And which is also called Arudha. Arudha is image. We'll study about Aruda somewhere in astrology, but right now I am not going deep into astrology. I am into Rig Veda, and let me be into Rig Veda. I don't want to deviate myself here and there and here and there. Okay. So this decision of Tarpan is performing Tarpan. Okay. So what is this? Basically, this is filtration. What you do when you look in the mirror, you filter what is good and what is bad, right? So the filtration of Tarpan is done from Darpan, that is the image. You look in the mirror and then you decide what is to be changed and what is to be kept. What is to be changed and what is to be kept. For that you need to look in the mirror and see who you are. Okay. And who you are in reality. Are you the Mana? Are you the Urva? Are you the Sharir? Or are you the Swayam? Are you the Manushyam? No. Manushyam is the Avatara. Avatara of light. So basically, you are the light itself. You are the Vasu. There are 8 Vasus inside you. Okay. So, how do you decide which filter is to be kept in Darpan? In Darpan is understanding your Vasus. That is your image of soul. It is also called Vasus. The characteristics of your soul. There are 8 characteristics. Okay, I will write the English translation. Characteristics. Characteristics of souls are called 8 Vasus. Okay. So, I won't write all the names over here, otherwise this is going to get long. I will just write 8 names, 8 numbers, just to understand the Vasu. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. We'll talk about Vasus later on. We will have a complete different video on Vasus. 8 Vasus. The 8 characteristics of soul. From Vasus comes Vasudeva. Okay. So people talk about different mantras, okay? All the different mantras. Let me give you a light. Whenever someone is going into spirituality, okay, which mantra they should start with? Which mantra they should start with? First of all, you should start with the mantra of Arpana. The first mantra of Arpana is given from the balance of purity and light, that is Shiva and Vishnu. Okay. So the first mantra one should always do on the starting phase of spiritual journey is in the morning they should praise Shiva. At the night they should praise Vishnu. See, I am going on the reverse manner. People praise Shiva at night and Vishnu at morning. But it is reverse. Why? Because Vishnu is the devotee of Shiva and Shiva is the devotee of Vishnu. Okay. So the right way to worship Shiva is to worship him in the morning at sunrise. That is why the Sankranti dosh is related to Shiva. That is the dosh of sun. And the Chandrashtami dosh is related to Vishnu. Okay. So the right way is to start with two mantras. The two mantras from which you should start your journey is mantra of Shiva and Vishnu. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namo Narayana. Two mantras, simple. 108 times mantras of Om Namo Narayana at night and Om Namah Shivaya in the morning 108 times. That is how you start your journey of spirituality and you focus on Arpan. You understand Arpan. Okay. After understanding Arpan, then you go into Tarpan, that is releasing. Now, when you are into releasing, okay, you again do two different mantras. One to avoid apamrityu and another to go into upajiva. Okay, two different mantras. Now, to don't let apamrityu consume you. You have to go to Parvati. Okay, and to go to upajiva, you need to go to Lakshmi. Okay, because okay, people say you don't need wealth in spirituality, but if you need, like, see, come on, you need books to read. From where are you going to get books if you don't have wealth? Okay, so Lakshmi is necessary. So you have to do two main mantras, one of Parvati, another is of Lakshmi. And over here we did just Bij mantras, but over here you have to do Gayatris, the Durga Gayatri and the Lakshmi Gayatri. The two things you have to do. But this you have to follow the exact rule. In the morning you have to do the Lakshmi Gayatri, and at the night you have to do the Durga Gayatri. Okay. After that, when you complete this task, okay, when you understand the elements and the tattvas and you go into Darpana, after Darpana you need to understand the filtration process. The filtration process includes the 8 Vasus. And the best mantra of understanding Vasu is Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Simple. Simple and straight. 2 times a day. 108 times. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. See, this is how to chant mantras is again Chanda Yoga. And Chanda Yoga Upanishad is very big. I am not going to explain Chanda Yoga right now. Okay. Now, the last step over here after Arpan, Darpan and Tarpan is Samarpan. What is the true translation of Samarpan? It is devotion. Now finally you have reached devotion. People say you are devoted to someone and you cannot do Arpan, Tarpan and Darpan. You are not devoted, you are a fool, making a fool of yourself. Okay? And lying to yourself. If you are not a fool, if you don't want to be a fool of yourself, understand the Arpan, Tarpan and Darpan, and then only you can be at devotion. Okay, that is Samarpan. At this stage, you are receiving. So what happened? When you do arpan, you are giving. Okay, when you give the right way, you are releasing your faults and everything. When you release, you watch the mirror and identify the truth. When you filter the truth, now you start getting outcomes and you start receiving. And how do you receive? You receive when you are devoted. Okay, if you are devoted to something, that something is going to give you back whatever you have given it. You are devoted to your son is going to treat you very well in your old age. You are devoted to a dog is going to die in protecting you. Okay, you are devoted to a God, the God is going to show and give you fruits. So when you show devotion, you receive. Okay. So at the fourth stage is samarpana. Okay, this is arpana, darpana. Our then next it comes samarpana. Now, when you do devotion, you get two things. One is wealth. Another is worth. Now with wealth I don't mean money. Money is dhana. Sorry. Dhana is wealth. Money is Lakshmi. Okay, so wealth is totally different. Wealth is not Lakshmi, wealth is dhana. Dhana is anything which you can say, okay, this is my wealth. Like for example, I can sit in meditation for 4 hours continuously without moving a hand. So it is a kind of wealth. Someone can paint like nobody ever. So the wealth of that person is to paint, the art of painting. Someone can sing very loudly, sing very, melodiously. So that is the wealth of the person. So wealth has nothing to do with materialism. Lakshmi is supposed to do with materialism, which is money. Over here we are talking about dhana. And dhan is at the higher stage. Because what is money? Money is giving you labha. And dhana is more important than labha. The utilization, the skill of utilizing your labha is called dhana. And everybody has some dhan. Shukracharya, what was the dhan of Shukracharya? The dhan of Shukracharya was his healing abilities. Moon in Rohini Nakshatra, come on. A perfect healer. Okay. So even being Asur Gurus, he had dhana, didn't he? Obviously he had. And we are not talking about Lakshmi, we are talking about wealth, that is dhana. Okay. So these two criteria, that is wealth and worth. Now, the wealth of soul, I will write over here of soul. Okay, we are considering this of soul. Wealth. Just write like this. Wealth of soul and worth of soul. Okay. Now there are two types of wealth of soul. The two wealth of souls are, one is dharma. Another is moksha. Two worth of soul is artha. devotion. When you reach at the stage of samarpan, at that time you can understand dharma, artha, kama, moksha. The two different wealth of soul is dharma and moksha, and the two different worth of soul is artha and kama. See, this is how you derive things. I don't know whether anyone has derived this or not, but these are the four pillars of Hinduism. Four pillars. And how did these four pillars came into rise? This way. Okay, show me this derivation anywhere. Okay, show me a person who can derive this thing by this rule of arpan, tarpan, darpan and samarpan. Otherwise, everyone is like explaining, okay, dharma is something, artha is something, moksha is something, kama is something. Someone is okay saying that okay, you go from dharma, artha, kama and then you reach moksha and okay, wrong things. This is how it is. Okay. So the wealth of the soul is dharma and moksha. I will write this moksha is bliss. Earth is reason, or the better is purpose. Calm is performance. So dharma is decisions. Or we can write the true translation as purity. So the true wealth of the soul is purity in bliss, and the true worth of soul is purpose and performance. Okay. Now you see. Now all those people who know astrology can do a relative study. Okay. See Kama. Who is the lord of Kama? Saturn. Who judges your performance? Who judges your karma? Shani. Artha. Sun, Mars, Surya, Mangala. Who gives you purpose in life? Surya and Mangala. Moksha, that is bliss. Venus, Moon, Shukra, Chandra. There are only two people from which you can get bliss in life. One is your mother and one is your spouse. Nobody else is yours. Okay. And at last, Dharma is Jupiter and Mercury. Guru and Buddha. How you receive purity? You will get purity from a teacher and a mentor. Okay. The one who guides, the one who helps you to change. So, got this cycle? This is how you reach to the fourth stage, that is Samarpana. Okay. If you ask me what mantras are to be chanted in the fourth stage, well, it is a very complex stage. You need to perform 4 different mantras of Dharma, Moksha, Artha and Kama. Okay. And for that we need to understand a few more things. I cannot say it right directly over here. But you can always do Bij mantras of these planets. Okay. So this was the basic cycle. I don't know, I am very quite sure that nobody has ever explained the cycle this way, but this is the how things are falling in your life. Okay. There are still more things in detail we have to go about how to get 5 tattvas, how to understand the 8 vasus, and the three gunas. Okay, I didn't go in detail about these three. I didn't go in detail about this five. I also didn't went into detail about this 8, because otherwise this is going to take 3 hours. For that you need to join Vedic Vedanta. Okay, but this is the basic cycle. So understood the cycle of Arpan, Tarpan, Darpan and Samarpan. What's the time? Oh my god, 1 hour. Okay, no worries. I think this is going to take a 2-hour session. Okay, so I will just write this cycle over here just to connect. Okay, just to connect, I am writing it over here. Arpan, Darpan, Tarpan and Samarpan. Or else I will just write a short form. Okay, this cycle of Arpan, Tarpan, Darpan and Samarpan. This cycle is called replenishing the soul. This cycle, Arpan, Tarpan, Darpan and Samarpan, that is called replenishing the soul. We are replenishing. Okay. And where would this cycle take you? This cycle is going to take you to Atma Santosha. This cycle is going to take you to Atma Santosh. What is Atma Santosh? The satisfaction of soul. Okay. Right over here. Satisfaction. Satisfaction of soul. The only way you might not take birth back on this earth is by being satisfied. If you are not satisfied with anything, if you have regrets, if you have anything, see, there is something written in the Chandogya Upanishad. The teacher of Krishna told Krishna, whenever you are dying, don't think of anything. Just think that you are satisfied of whatever life has given you. And you will not generate a purpose of rebirth. Because the highest form of soul is a soul with Atma Santosha. The soul is satisfied. If the soul has to take rebirth for any debt or mind or anything like that, okay, the soul is going to finish it off and then again go back. Okay, it is not going to stop over here. Why? Because the soul is in the state of satisfaction. The soul is in the state of Atma Santosha. Okay. Now this Atma Santosh. Okay, let's make a different table over here so we can understand it. Let's say a soul has 3 agendas. First agenda is rebirth. Okay, the first agenda of soul is rebirth. The second agenda is recharge. And the third agenda is replenish. Okay, 3 agendas: rebirth, recharge and replenish. When we are talking about rebirth, it is because of a karmic fault. Vak, bhul se by the mind. That is karmic fault. When we are talking about recharge, if you have taken birth to recharge your soul, it is because of karmic debt. નિર્ણામાં છો ભાઈ. Okay. But if the soul is there to replenish, okay, it is over here for karma yoga. You to replenish your soul. If your soul is over here to replenish it, it has to perform karma yoga. And the highest purity of karma yoga is in atma santosha. Getting my point? See where we reached. We reach to Atma Santosh is the highest purity. The highest purity. The highest purity is Atma Santosha. Okay. So from three attributes of soul, it is either going to take a rebirth because of a karmic fault. Now if you want to get your karmic fault solved, you need to understand complete Nyaya Sutras of Gautama. And you have to understand what you have done, what you have to clarify, and what you should not do, and what Nitya Karma you have done, and that Nitya Karma you have to replenish. Okay. So for this, Nyaya Sutras of Gautama Rishi. Understand it completely. For recharge, if you want to recharge yourself, okay, when you are in karmic debt, then you have to go into Kali Tantra. Understand the Kali Tantra. It is going to give you very deep insights. How to recharge, which chakra is to be recharged, which chakra is to be donated, which chakra is to be filled. Everything is done. Okay. And if you want to replenish, if the soul is replenishing, then you have to understand the karmic karma yoga. The Bhagavad Gita, karma yoga. Okay. And the highest place of karma yogi is Atma Santosh. When the soul is in the state of satisfaction, the cycle of replenishing has reached to its peak. Arpan Tarpan Tarpan Samarpan, Arpan Tarpan Tarpan Samarpan, Arpan Tarpan Tarpan Samarpan. Over here, when you reach Atma Santosh, then it is just Arpan Samarpan, Arpan Samarpan, Arpan Samarpan. There is no Tarpan and Tarpan in between. But if you say, oh my God, I will start it like that, I will just start it from Arpan and Samarpan. No, that is not going to happen. You have to start from this way, then you have to release the Tarpan, then you have to mirror yourself and filter it out. Only then you can reach the Arpan Samarpan stage. That is a very high thing I am talking right now. Okay, let's not talk about it. So let's continue from over here. Okay, this Atma Santosh, the satisfaction of soul. Let's write over here Atma Santosh. Okay, the satisfaction of soul. For satisfaction of soul, this was just for explanation. Okay. In the slides, when I make the slides, I will make some good flow chart so that everything can come up one by one. So from Atma Santosh, we get purity. The highest purity of soul lies in the satisfaction of soul. So over here you get pavitrata. Purity. A satisfied soul is the purest soul. Make a note over here. Okay. And when you have pavitrata, after having pavitrata, you get prashasti. That is praise. Praise of light. When light is praising you, then the God of light praises you. At that time, your body is emitting a good light, a good vibe. You know, these days anyone is saying, oh my God, this person is not in a good vibe, this person is not in a bad vibe, oh my God. I mean, like, There are no dictionaries. Aren't there any dictionaries? What is vibe? Do you know what is vibe? You are yourself having a bad vibe, and just because some another person is not just as bad as you, you are comparing it and saying it, okay, he is not in a good vibe. No, you are not in a good vibe, dude. You are in a bad vibe, searching for a person in bad vibe. If the person is in good vibe, you are calling the person of a good vibe a bad vibe person. Just because its bad vibe, its good vibe is not matching your bad vibe. How mean and how stupid. Okay. So, to understand the good and bad aspects of vibe, it is the light inside you. How much pure the light or the essence of soul is there. In Sanskrit, we say Prashasti, the praise of light. Atma Prashasti. How you get the Prashasti of light? By Pavitrata. When you merge 10 different energies in your body becomes a mixture of energies. That mixture of energy is never pure. If you want to be pure, be in unity, be in binary. Anything more than 2 is chaos. Anything more than 2 is chaos. In that 2, one is yourself. So you can just accompany one person in your life. Just one. More than one person is again chaos. Okay. So to maintain the pavitrata, to maintain the purity, when you need to maintain the purity, the pavitrata, okay. Only after that you get prashasti, the praise of light. The light praises you. Okay, the light God has praised you. After getting the prashasti, that is the praise of light, you attain the light. The God is going to give you light. So when would God give you light? When the God itself praises your life. If the God doesn't like your light, why would God offer you light? Okay. So when you are praised by light, okay, you are attaining light. Okay. So when you attain light, the light of the soul is called Tej. When God is giving you the light of soul, in Sanskrit we call it Teja. Okay. Now this Tej is again divided into 3 parts. When you attain light, when you attain this stage inside your body, it is again divided into 3 parts. Okay. So the first part is the light of the soul is going to go into 3 parts in your body. One, it is going inside your mind. Okay. Another, it is going inside your body. And it is also going inside your soul. 3 parts. Okay. When you have Tej in your mind, you have Sthirta. Stability. Okay. When you have Tej in your body, you have Shakti. Okay, energy. And when you have Tej in your soul, you have Shri. That is glory. And when you have all the 3 characteristics, that is, when you have Shakti, Sthirta and Shri, all the three characteristics of Tej, that is the light of the soul, you became Tejasvi. So the goal is to become Tejasvi. Okay. When you are Tejasvi, you have what we call Samarthya. What we call Samarthya is competence. Competence होगी जो जीवन में. If you are not a competent person, you are nothing in life. Come on. Okay, you are so successful. You have so much of money. Okay, very good. You are so much of knowledge, but all you do is to read and read and read and nothing do with it. Very good. If you know everything, if you know very big things, but you cannot help someone, very good. If you are very good if you are very perfect in making drawings and what you do is just paint and sell pictures, very good. There is no competence in that. See, success is nothing in dealing with competence. Competence is a total different vibration. A gardener can be a competent gardener, and a gardener can be a successful gardener. They are two different things. A successful gardener is the one who sells 500 flowers a day. A competent gardener is someone who just sows one tree a day, one banyan tree a day. After 400 years, that gardener who was selling 500 flowers none of the flowers of that gardener would be alive. But the person who was sowing just one banyan tree, after 400 years, they would have like vast pieces of land. So, success and competence are two different things. Over here we are talking about Tejasvi, that is Samarthya, competence. Competence is also different from victory. You might also lose, but you are still a competent person. Competence doesn't mean you gain something, you are winning something, you are achieving something. Competence is the measure of your capacity versus your skill. Capacity or capability into your skill is your competence. It doesn't matter you win, you lose, you are gaining something, you are not gaining something. Do hell with these things. Those are just fruits. We are not talking about fruits of actions. Okay. So, when you have all the three things in your life, that is Shakti, you can control your body, needs, senses. You also have Shri, that is glory of the soul. You know how to control your soul. You know the art of chakras. You have an enlightened soul. Sthirta, you have a stable mind. Okay, stability in your life. All the three things, you be a Samarthya. You reach Samarthya and you become a Tejasvi person. Okay, Tejasvi. It is competence. Getting my point? Now let's go to one step higher. Okay, one step higher. Amount of Tej. See, this Tej is, what is this Tej? You are attaining the light of nature. The light of soul is increasing. Okay. So this is the amount of light nature has provided to you. Okay. Nature gave you this, provided by nature. Okay. Now, either nature can give you directly, or nature will provide through people, different people. But nature has given you. You have increased your light because nature has provided you with the light of soul. Okay, so the Tej is given by nature. Okay, so now let's understand amount of Tej. One step higher, amount of Tej. What is amount of Tej? Ketli that is shine of vitality. Let me also write it over here. Shine of vitality. How much amount of shine of vitality are you carrying? The amount of Tej is called Ojas. Okay. And the person with that is called Ojasvi. This is vigor. True translation is vigor. We say like this, the person is having so much of vigor. Okay, and this is essence of vitality. The person who is having so much of vigor becomes a Ojasvi. So from Tejasvi, the next stage is Ojasvi. Getting my point? So from Tejasvi you can become a Ojasvi. As simple as that. The amount of shine or light the nature has provided you, the amount of Tej is called Ojas. When you can control the amount of Tej the nature is giving you, you are Ojasvi. Ojasvi is one step higher than a Tejasvi person. This is when you can utilize your competence. Over here, an Ojasvi person can utilize the competence. Okay. Utilize the samarthya. Having samarthya and utilizing the samarthya are different things. Okay. See Krishna and Karna. Karna in Mahabharata was a Tejasvi person. Karna was Tejasvi. He had all the vigor. He had all the vitality. He had all the competence. Nobody else had that much competence. He was also the knower of the Dharma, as much as Krishna was. Okay. But Krishna was Ojasvi. Karna was Tejasvi. Krishna was one step ahead of Karna. Karna was not lagging behind more. Karna was just one step behind Krishna. Karna was Tejasvi. He had competence. He had samarthya. But the art to utilize the samarthya, that is, utilizing the competence, it was by Krishna. That is why Krishna was Ojasvi, but Karna was Tejasvi. Okay. So over here we come to the three lokas. Okay. Three lokas. Trilok. Trilok Adi. The one who understands the three lokas by this manner and the one who can rule on the three lokas by all these characteristics and become Ojasvi. Okay. The Trilokadipati. Okay. So the three lokas. The first three lokas are three lokas. Three lokas are the first three lokas. Uha, Uvaha, three lokas. On the Bhulok, the people who are in the Bhulok are chained by mind. They are called Manasvi. Most of the people over here on this earth are Manasvi people, who are in the chain of their minds. Okay. In the Bhuvalok, people are unchained from mind but in the chain of the soul, that is Tejasvi. And in the Suvahalok, people are in unchained of body and soul, both are called Ojasvi. Okay, over here, mind is under control. Okay, over here, body is under control. Over here, soul is under control. So, by this manner, you can go out from the three lokas. See, we are going to talk about 7 lokas. 7 લોકની ઉપર કેમ જાવું, કઈ રીતે એક લોકની ઉપર જાવું, how to go ahead of one loka, one by one. Okay. So when you follow this process of arpan, tarpan, darpan, samarpan, from samarpan you reach to the atma santosh stage. From atma santosh you go to the prashasti of soul. From prashasti of soul you understand the teja. From teja you become the tejasvi, and from tejasvi you become the ojasvi. At this stage you have crossed the bhulok, bhuvalok and swahalok. You are at the swahalok when you are ojasvi. You have crossed your mind, you have crossed your body, and you are at the level of your soul. You have reached to a level of your soul, the third loka. Suvaha, su, aha. Ah is the basic essence of soul. Ah, ah is the soul, voice of sun. When you read the Chanda Yoga Upanishad, sun has the voice ah. Okay, that is where the voice of soul. Similar is the voice of soul. And sum is the prefix of anything pure, anything good. Okay, so su, aha, suaha, suaha. Okay, the purity of soul, the goodness of soul, the richness of soul. So you have crossed the Bhuhalok, Bhuvahalok, and you have reached at the third lok, that is Suvahalok. So from the 7 lokas, the 3 lokas are to be crossed, and when you cross these 3 lokas, you have to remove the curses and the defects you are having. So in the today's session, see, even now we have just reached 1, 2, 3, 4 lines of this first time. Okay, we have just reached the 4 lines of this first time. All I have explained is the first page. This first page is the first 4 to 5 lines of the first time, Agni. Still, the second 4 lines are in the second page, which would again take 1.5 hours. After understanding for 3 hours, we would just understand the first hymn of Rig Veda, which I just read at the starting of this video. Okay, I could have made a complete video. I don't have a problem in making a complete video, but my phone battery is not with me right now. If I start with the second part of crossing the 3, 4, 5, 6 lokas, okay, 3 to 6 lokas, I will again take 1.5 hours explaining it, and I don't have that much battery. I am going to make a second part of it. But get a summary. Get a summary. The good thing is when I break videos into pieces, you get to get summaries. When I am making a complete video, you are not getting summaries. Okay. So, crossing the 3 lokas. So now, after understanding this video, I am writing the heading. That what we did today was understanding loka. The first three loka. How to cross the first three lokas? So what is the first hymn of the Rig Veda all about? The first hymn of the Rig Veda, Agni, is all about two things. The first thing is fire and the second thing is flame. The first thing is burning. Second thing is light to attain. So when we talk about the first three lokas, the Bhulok, the Bhuvalok and the Suvalok, you are burning away the defects. You are burning away the ill effects you are having inside you. You are getting purified when you cross the three lokas. You are getting purified. In the next session you will understand the next three lokas, that is Janarlok, Maharlok and Tapalok. That is 4, 5 and 6 are the attributes of flame. Getting the good inside you. So the fire, the Agni has two attributes. One is fire, another is flame. This is removing the bad, this is attaining the good. So when you cross the three loka, you are removing the bad. After that there are three more lokas, Janar, Mahar, Tapa. At that three lokas you have to attain the good things. In the first three lokas you are removing the bad things. In the next three lokas you are attaining the good things. For that I am going to make a different video. But see how to remove the bad things, ill defects, ill karmas, karmic debts, karmic fault, by a simple method of replenishing the soul. I told you, right? Recharge, rebirth, and the third way was replenish. So replenish your soul. In replenishing your soul, you need to fill this cycle up in your life. The Arpana, Tarpana, Darpana, Samarpana cycle. When you follow this cycle, you will at the end of the life or while living your life, you will reach the stage of Atma Santosha. When you have reached the stage of Atma Santosha, you are pure. That is, you have reached Pavitrata. When you have reached Pavitrata, you are going to get the Prashasti, that is, praise of light. You are going to get Prashasti of nature. The nature is going to bless you with light, either directly or through different humans. Okay, so in the process, you are going to attain light. And the process of attaining light is called attaining Teja. When you attain Tej, the Tej goes into three aspects of your self. One, it is going into the body, it is giving you Shakti. Another, it is going into your soul, it is giving you Shri. Third, it is going in your mind, it is going to Sthita. So, when you get Tej, that is the light of the soul, in body, soul and mind, you are getting Shakti, Shri and Sthita. When you have all the three elements, you become Tejasvi, become like Karna. Okay. Now Karna was competent, but in order to become Krishna, you need to utilize your samarthi. You need to utilize your competence. Okay. For that, you need vigor. Okay. You need vigor, because even though you have vitality, you need vigor to shine. Okay. That vigor, the essence of that vitality, you will get when you understand how to utilize your competence. Okay. And that is when you become Ojasvi. Okay. And when you are at this stage, see the three lokas, Bhulok, Bhuvalok and Suvalok. At Bhulok, people are Manasvi. They are inside their mind. Whatever their mind tells them, they do it. So, when they are removed from the chain of mind, you go out from Bhulok. When you are removed from the chain of body, you go out from Bhuvalok. And when you are unchained from your soul, you go out to the Suvalok. Okay, so in order to cross the first three loka, Bhu, Bhuva, Suvaha, you need three things. You need three aspects of fire. You need to burn the mana, you need to burn the body, you need to burn the soul. You need to cleanse your body, mind and soul. After that you can reach and cover the three lokas. Okay, in the next session we will go to the 4th, 5th and 6th loka, that is Janar, Mahar, Tapa loka. This is a very long session. I took a large time, but it was a very interesting session, I guess. All those who are literally focusing on my words, literally focusing on what I am teaching, this is going to be a very essential, very essential and crucial session. Okay. Thank you all for joining me today. Tomorrow again we are coming back to the 4th, 5th and 6th loka, that is Janar, Mahar and Tapa loka. And I guess tomorrow I will complete the first time of the Rig Veda. Okay. Thank you very much. And hit the subscribe button. One more thing, log into my site www.vedicvedanta.com for courses, astrology and knowing thyself. Always your way. Thank you.